I saw him work real hard in practice. Yesterday I saw him skate. He's been skating better. Wasn't skating as good as he could at the start of the year. And, obviously with that comes confidence and good for him. Marner's a real good player, makes plays, and Bosey was passing the puck.
On that line, have they kind of surpassed what you'd hoped for when you first put them together at this point, or how do you see it?
Yeah, I don't know. You put them together, you're hoping things are going to work out. Marner's a special player. If you go to the net with your stick on the ice, you compete to get the puck back, he's going to make lots of plays, and he does that each night. And Bosey's a real good face-off guy. So that's a good line for us tonight. They played against Fisher, who I think is on their team is the most competitive center. Now, Fish was out for the whole second, so that took away from him. And then obviously, Pecorini wasn't in net, which you normally expect, so that makes a huge difference to any team.
As you coach these young guys for the first time and just get to learn what they're able to do and capable of doing, are you surprised by the many elements of Marner's game?
Well, he's a really talented guy. I mean, when you look at all the kids in our lineup, and Carrick and Zaitsev and Hyman and Brown, and then the three guys that have elite skill, he not only has the skill, but he competes every night. He competes with and without the puck. And so, that's really positive. Obviously, some of those other guys, they have to compete. That's why we like them so much. But when you get that much skill, you can float around if you want a little bit and still play in the league. You're not going to be good, but you're still going to be in the league. So he's that competitive. He's on the puck. He's smart, easy to talk to, enjoys the game, wants to get better.
It's pretty rare, though, isn't it, to see that kind of...
Well, I've never coached a kid that young, that good, just because I've never been in that situation before. I mean, Cheestoff, when I was in Anaheim, had an unbelievable first year playing with Paulson and Stumpy Thomas there. He was an unbelievable player for us in the playoffs, but he still wasn't at this level.
Talked about working on the defensive game this week in practice. Did you see some of the fruits of that practice tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I thought we did, but I didn't think we were very good on the rush tonight, sorting it out. Now, they were very active. They play an open game, and so sorting it out on the rush, we weren't as good. We were better in D-zone, but not as good off the rush, and they got some cycles because of that.
Coach Leo Komarov started really impressively last year, so it's had some unbelievable numbers, went to the All-Star game. Not quite up to that level this year yet. Do you think it's his role changed slightly because of all the young guys that came in?
Not really. I just think last year he got off to a hot start and got believing. This year he was, ordering new sticks. When you don't score, you do different things to try to, he's probably eating at different restaurants. But just keep doing what you do. He's a good player. He plays hard. He's got 2 and 3 games or something like that, or 4 games or whatever. Suddenly he'll get going. It's different than Hyman. Didn't have any goals. Suddenly you have 2. Just relax, play. You'll be fine.
Coming into your first season here last year, what did you know about James Van Riemsdyk, and what have you learned over the time you coached him about him?
Well, a big talented guy, obviously. I mean, had played at the Olympics and been a good player. James' game is still, in my opinion, young. He can be a way better player than he is because he can add a cycle game, a heavier game to his. He's always been a rush player, but he can be more than that. And because of his hands and his skill set, and we work with him every day trying to evolve that part of his game. But what I like about James the most is James wants to be great. He lives that way. He thinks about hockey all the time. He wants to be a hockey player first. So, I think it doesn't matter how old you are. If you think like that, you can get a lot better.